Hey guys, it's me YukiPlays, and finally I did it. Guys, I did it. It's 2 in the morning right now, and I worked on this mod for like a week because of the transitions, like the spawns and enemies placing whatever. I had to do a lot of stuff for this mod. And well, first it started with Aqua. Again, he's always helping with that. So because of Aqua, we found out that you can actually make new missions in co-op. So we tried it further, also in a dungeon, offline dungeon, and it worked. So then what happened is I told him that I'm gonna make a new mod making completely new missions for co-op, and that's what I did. And he helped with enemies as well, so all the stats, all the stats, there's a couple I changed, but all the stats, weapons and whatsoever, Aqua did everything about that. What I did is I did choose every mission myself. Like I put all the maps myself. I put all the basically spawns. I changed the spawns. I changed even the avatar enemies. You will be surprised what you're gonna see. And my most favorite boss now with this mod is Bryonek, because I don't know what Aqua did with him, but he's so fun to play around with now because he can stun you. And there's some other crazy stuff happening on this mod. So I will release 2 versions of it. The first version is with all the enemies and stuff, but the other version is without enemy changes that I will not recommend. But some people like the easier versions, so don't like challenges or whatever, so they can just enjoy the mod without having problems to die or whatever. But I don't recommend it because then the enemies are very weak. So just play with the original one where every enemy is strong. You will feel like you're starting to play this game from the beginning again, because they are so strong, the enemies now. So I recommend you having the first one. So in this video I will showcase you and show you some stuff that is important to know, like bugs and other stuff that so you don't have a problem with this mod. And if there is anything I missed, like a bug or whatever in a dungeon, please tell me in the comments on Discord, or just send a post on the Nexus website as a mod page where my mod is. You can just post something, a bug or whatever, if you found something. If everything is alright, then that's good. But yeah, let me just show you first. The first thing is about, with this mod, you are completely online. The single player mode don't exist anymore. What means you only have access to the lobby, SPC Glocken, and your home. Okay, Abyss, you can also play Abyss. But who wants to play Abyss now with this mod? So yeah, let me show you what happens if I actually just teleport somewhere else, like right front here. As you can see, it says that my connection to the room has been lost, returning to the lobby again. It's because the single player is now online, but since you're not online, you will get kicked immediately and go back to the lobby. So you have to create a lobby. And now about the lobby. It is not the same like single player online. This time you can actually take as many players as you want. Mostly 16 is the max what you can take. It's not like the single player online where you have to take only 4, but with this one you can get 16. So this is even better. So also you can join other people's lobbies, no problem. Even though they don't have the mod, you will actually play the normal co-op missions with the other people if you join them. So if you have special challenge or whatever, you can go to their lobbies and they can start it and you can play special challenge and whatsoever with them. No problem. The only thing you have to like remember, and this is now important. When you join other people, these stats and enemies, whatever changed, are based on your stats from the mod now. So you are the only person when you join someone else's lobby, you're the only person that has a problem with enemies because they are different now. For example, that like the Coquitos is tankier, has more HP and whatever. For you, it's like that. But for the other people that are in this lobby, not. So if you join someone else, you will probably have a hard time because yeah, the enemies are stronger for you but not for them, so they will always get MVP, you will not get MVP. This is the sad part, but if you don't have a problem with that, then just go on and play with them. But yeah, you can create a lobby, no problem. 16 players. And then when players join you, they don't have the mod. Don't worry about it, because they get actually the stats from your mod, because you are the host. So what they try to take an enemy, they actually have, like, let's say Bryonek has 2 million HP. But normally Bryonek has like 700,000 or whatever. If people join you, they actually can't kill him because he has 2 million HP. So it takes a while for them to kill them, like till they reach 2 million HP, basically. If you know what I mean. I'm sorry, it's a bit confusing to explain, but basically, just think about it that when people join you, they will also have the same stats that you have. So, okay, then don't worry about it. Next thing I want to talk about is that the game can now sometimes crash. Because the game really don't like that. You are playing on a dungeon that you're not supposed to play online. So don't think your game is broken or whatever. It just can happen that you get a fatal error, then you have to restart the game and play again. It's nothing big. Just sometimes it crashes. Like you always know what a fatal error is. It's just a normal fatal error. Just have to restart the game and you can play the same dungeon again, or it will probably work. It's just sometimes that it crashes because either there's too many enemies spawn at the same time or whatever, but I don't know what causes this. But for me it worked so far. I just had like 2 crashes, that's it. So you have to try it out yourself. So, and very important also for this is if you make a lobby for this mod, make sure you have a very good PC. I mean, for the host it doesn't matter, because the host always has the advantage that the map always loads. But if you have like people that join you and they have a bad PC, there might be a 70% chance that they can't load the map. And then you guys are stuck in the loading screen because this person has a bad PC, doesn't have an SSD or whatever, and can't load the map fast enough, and then, yeah, then you guys are stuck. So the person that has the problem or the bad PC has to leave the lobby. But most modern PC nowadays have SSDs, so it should be no problem, I hope. So, now there is a couple of things that I have to tell you about in a dungeon, because it's about the doors, buttons and orbs or whatever, because it's kind of like the same in single player, but a bit different. So let me just show you. Oh, and by the way, this is how it looks like now. Every mission has been changed to something else, so you know everything about it, about what dungeon it is. So I changed also the name. And don't think this level 400 means there's level 400 enemies. No. The level means how difficult the mission actually is, and that's the only one with level 400. It's very difficult. If you play that mission, you will see why. Also, I made all the overworld maps playable now in co-op. There's specific conditions you have to do, like defeating specific enemies to win the mission. Mostly it's bosses, but on Old South it's actually the enemy caller that you also have to kill. So remember that. And also here, Solitary Sands. Mostly the overworld maps are the ones that makes loading problems. So if, as I said, bad PC, they can't load it. And yeah, also a BOB Grandmaster class. But yeah, I wanted to show you something about doors, buttons and orbs, but let me first show you what happens in BOB, because that might annoy some people that are sensitive to that or whatever. But let me just show you what's happening. Okay, so basically you load the map, and I put in the BOB Extreme mod in here. So there is 140 players in the same lobby, in the same world map here. And as you can see, because it's co-op, you will see a lot of numbers, damage numbers. For some people it can be annoying, but I don't really mind that. I just kill them. I don't care about that. The UI in this mode is a bit bugged in BOB because it's actually PvP. But don't worry, your teammates are now in your team. Like, it's not like in single player online when you go BOB, everyone is against everyone. No, your teammates from the co-op is still here, and well, you can buff each other whatsoever, but you don't see the UI. Like, you don't see the players on the right side where they are whatsoever. You still have metal gauge, so you still can get metal gauge, and you still have 99 lives, and the timer is still going. It's just bugged, the UI. But just for BOB, the rest is working. So yeah, that's all I want to tell about BOB. I hope you don't mind the numbers. Okay, now guys, important about the doors. There's some doors that are bugged for client users, like the people that are not the host. But whenever there is a button like this, or orbs, or whatever, that activates doors, it works for everybody in the room. But everyone has to activate it separately. Like, if for example, I'm not the host right now, but I can activate this, the door's still open for me. So I can just go here and whatsoever. But then when you have like a door like this, because that will happen in this room, you have to defeat enemies. And then the door opens, but the door only opens for the host. So it's like single player. What you have to do is, when you are not the host, like you just joined this lobby and the door is still closed for you, but the host can get through. What you can do is, you have to actually grab through that door. Sometimes you glitch in and then you go through the door. What's also working is if you just stand here, jump around and click forward. This also sometimes works, and it will even work better if the host helps you out. Like when you do jump and the host stands behind you and he's pushing you in. This works. That's what I'm doing most of the time because that's the most successful. So yeah, it can be a bit annoying with the doors. I understand that it can be a downside about this mod because you have to help all the time, all the players, to get through the door. But yeah, it's still fun mod, so you should try it out. Because I spent so much time on this mod, trying to perfect it everything. And dude, I'm so happy I'm finally done with it. There might be future updates, because on the normal co-op side, there is still some missions that I have to replace. Because you can't start any normal missions anymore. Only when you are like alone you can do it, but when there's other people, you try to load up a original mission. You will just go back to the title screen. It's not working, so don't even try that. But I think the most people play hardcore co-op anyway. So yeah, that's all I wanted to say about doors, orbs, and whatsoever. So if you know now, so you know that everything that triggers doors, like orbs, buttons, whatsoever, you can go through. Only when there's like enemies and make the door open, it's not gonna open. There's one specific door on SBC Flügel I had to open by modding it, but it will be closed for other players, so you have to help them out there as well. So there's not much to say anymore, so I hope you enjoy this mod, because yeah, I put much love to it. So enjoy this mod, guys, and have a lot of fun with it. And as always, I see you in the next video. Bye, guys.